Right now at noon, another vaccine is closer to receiving emergency use from the FDA, but the approval of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will mean for Wisconsinites. And Tiger Woods is recovering from surgery after crashing his vehicle in California.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark King. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Wednesday afternoon. The Food and Drug Administration says Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine has met its requirements for emergency use authorization. Now, this is different from approval of the vaccine for the public use, which has not yet happened. According to the FDA, the vaccine is about 70% effective at protecting against severe COVID-19 infection at least 14 days after vaccination. That drops to 66% at least 28 days after vaccination. Those rates are not as high as the currently approved vaccines, but Johnson & Johnson's shot only requires one dose. The FDA's analyst says the agency found no specific safety concerns with the vaccine. As for when we may get approval, the FDA will meet on Friday and make a recommendation. UW Health's Dr. Bill Hartman says the approval of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will help get more doses into the arms of many Wisconsinites.
Now we have another vaccine that could produce as many as 100 million doses by summertime, and so another 100 million doses into the general pool definitely would get things moving more quickly.
Two vaccine experts at UW School of Medicine and Public Health will speak at a free panel this afternoon. The free webinar is taking place starting at 4:30. The experts will cover important topics such as how the coronavirus infects and how the COVID vaccines protect us. You can register for the webinar by visiting the website that you see on your screen. Over 1.2 million doses of a COVID vaccine have been administered in Wisconsin. DHS data shows that over 386,000 or 6.6% of Wisconsinites have received both of their COVID vaccines. And in Dane County, over 53,000 or 9.8% of residents have received both doses. The National Institutes of Health is launching a new initiative to research the long-term effects of COVID-19. A study published Friday found 30% of people who have had COVID-19 still have symptoms 9 months after infection. They can include fatigue, loss of taste, and in some people cough, trouble breathing, aches, and brain fog. The federal government gave NIH $1.5 billion over 4 years to study the long-term consequences of COVID back in December. Well, it started out sunny today. Some clouds have moved in. We could see some snow later this week. Let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Freese has a look at your first warn forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Mark. Yeah, we're certainly seeing that cloud cover. Tower camera behind me shows you that. And now that the cloud cover has moved in this afternoon, it's really doing its job to keep a lot of those temperatures cooler as well. So this is the temperature change over the past 24 hours. We're now 8 degrees cooler than where we were at this exact time yesterday. Still at 37. That cloud cover has really done its job at keeping temperatures where they've been. Janesville's been at 39 all morning. A couple of spots back towards the west are into the low 40s. 40 in Lone Rock, 42 in Boscobel. We will eventually see those clouds begin to break up moving later on into the afternoon. And I also can't rule out a flurry or two, but for the most part, things are going to be dry. 38 is going to be our high right around 2 o'clock. By 4 o'clock, I expect more sunshine before that sun sets. Temperatures, they head below 0 tonight. But we're going to talk about that weekend snow chance, Mark.
Police in California say golf legend Tiger Woods is lucky to be alive following the rollover accident south of Los Angeles Tuesday morning. Chris Martinez has the latest.
Tiger Woods is recovering in a Los Angeles County hospital from serious leg injuries after his SUV rolled over down an embankment. A statement posted to the golfer's Twitter page says doctors put a rod in his right tibia and used screws and pins to stabilize his ankle and foot.
I don't know all of the details, but we're talking at least 6 months of recovery here. To be able to get to some semblance of walking, to playing a sport, to playing golf.
Authorities say Woods was driving in a hilly area of a Los Angeles suburb when his borrowed SUV crashed into a raised median, took out a sign, crossed over the southbound lanes, and traveled several hundred feet. The vehicle rolled multiple times before landing on its side in the brush. Police and residents say that stretch of road is a trouble spot, known for speeding and accidents.
We spend a lot of money on brakes per year because you really need to ride them as you're going down this grade.
Woods is 45 years old and was already recovering from his 5th back surgery. He was hoping to be back for the Masters in April, but is now facing even more challenges.
Life first, hey, golf is second, and then competitive golf is possibly a long way down the line. All we can do is pray for him and hope that finds a way to rebuild himself.
Even in the twilight of his career and after more than a decade of injuries and personal struggles, Woods remained one of the biggest draws on the PGA Tour. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Torrance, California.
And Tiger Woods' car accident Tuesday comes as a new study is released on crash test and safety. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety performed a number of crash tests to determine if a car is safe. This year, a record 90 new vehicles earned a Top Safety Pick or Top Safety Pick Plus award. That's up from 64 from last year. The IIHS has yet to test the Genesis GV80. That's what Tiger Woods was driving when he crashed near Los Angeles. The luxury SUV does have modern safety features, including multiple airbags. 2 other Genesis cars were tested and earned top awards, including the G70, which performed well in the roof strength test. Authorities say that is key in a rollover accident like Woods.
The interior was more or less intact, which kind of gave him the cushion to survive.
Mitsubishi was the only manufacturer that did not receive a single award. General Motors earned just 2 for the Cadillac XT6 and Chevy Equinox. The push for ranked choice voting in Wisconsin is gaining steam with the introduction of a bipartisan bill in the state legislature, a move backed by the Republican congressman and a recently formed coalition of the state's civic and business leaders. The bill unveiled today is the first that Republicans have supported on the matter. A measure introduced by Democrats last session didn't even get a hearing. It's unclear whether the latest bipartisan bill has the support of the Republican legislative leaders. Supporters say ranked choice voting would make elections less politically polarized. Opponents say it would be too complicated and open to abuse. President Joe Biden said that there is still a good shot that the Senate will confirm Neera Tanden to head up the Office of Management and Budget, but her nomination is in trouble and may not survive. 2 Senate committees were scheduled to vote on Tanden's nomination today, but both have delayed those votes. It's a sign that she may not have enough support. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders and Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema have both refused to say whether they support Tanden's nomination. She has little chance of making it out of the committee without their votes. Tanden's confirmation is faltering because of past tweets slamming several politicians, that is, including Senator Sanders, while most of her sharper tweets were aimed at Republicans.
You wrote that Susan Collins is, quote, the worst, that Tom Cotton is a fraud, that vampires have more heart than Ted Cruz. You called Leader McConnell Moscow Mitch and Voldemort.
I recognize that this role is a bipartisan role, and I know I have to earn the trust of senators across the board.
There is some Republican opposition to Xavier Becerra's nomination to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, saying he doesn't have health experience. However, he still has support from Democrats, which would give him the votes needed. And Merrick Garland's confirmation to be the Attorney General appears all but certain after Mitch McConnell said that he would support the nomination. The Biden administration is making moves to clear a tent camp near the U.S.-Mexico border. The Department of Homeland Security says it's beginning to admit hundreds of migrants living at a camp in Matamoros, Mexico. Many were subject to a Trump-era policy requiring them to stay in Mexico while awaiting their immigration court date in the U.S. DHS says health and safety protocols are in place. New arrivals to the camp will not be allowed into the country through this process. The Trump administration's so-called Remain in Mexico policy went into effect in January of 2019. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
A key endorsement for one single-dose COVID-19 vaccine and a year of function over fashion makes for a slip-on shoe boom. I'm Diane King-Hall at the CBS Broadcast Center. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
Get the ultimate deals on sleep made simple at Ashley HOMESTORE's Ultimate Mattress Sale. Save as much as 70% off clearance and 4-sample mattresses while they last. Shop early for best selection. They're going fast at Ashley HOMESTORE.
Get the max out of your tax refund at iMart Express. With 2 pairs starting under $40, you'll spend less on the have-tos and keep more for the want-tos. Our prices won't break the bank. Your tax refund goes further at iMart Express.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, by ordering in response to this advertisement, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Get the ultimate style for the ultimate deal at Ashley HOMESTORE's Ultimate Sale. Save big on everything in the store, including doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, take bonus discounts off our sale prices online and in-store. And no interest financing for 3 years. Ashley HOMESTORE.
A major milestone for Johnson & Johnson's coronavirus vaccine. Federal health officials say J&J's vaccine candidate is 66% effective overall and more than 80% effective at preventing severe COVID-19. The FDA also said J&J's one-shot regimen could help speed up the vaccination process by virtue of it being 1 dose instead of 2. CVS is boosting its efforts to vaccinate the public. The drugstore chain says it is adding a half-dozen new states to its list of places where people can get vaccinated. Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania are among the latest states to join the growing list. CVS says people can now get vaccines in 17 states. Instacart and Walgreens are teaming up for same-day delivery on a slew of products, including essential items. Delivery could be as fast as an hour. Consumers will be able to shop through the Instacart app or Walgreens website, and there's no membership fee. It kicks off in Illinois first and will expand to other stores nationwide throughout the spring. And what a year for Crocs. The Love It or Leave It shoe had a peak year in 2020 as more consumers opted for stay-at-home leisure wear. Crocs says profit topped $183 million in its fourth quarter. That's up from less than $20 million a year earlier. A celebrity following, including names like Justin Bieber and Post Malone, also helped boost the brand. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 343 points. The NASDAQ up 108. And the S&P 500 up 36. Well, if you or a loved one is feeling isolated, a brief phone call could really make a difference. A new study shows talking to an empathetic listener for 10 minutes a few times a week lowers feelings of loneliness by 20%. The study out of JAMA Psychiatry on Tuesday shows an even bigger decrease for anxiety and depression, 30%. A researcher at the University of Texas, Austin, led the study using more than 200 Meals on Wheels clients in Central Texas. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, a cloudy day, not quite as warm, but we could see some snow back in the forecast later this week. Meteorologist Chris Reese will tell us when ahead in your first warm forecast.
You make plans, what to wear, where to go, when to go, what to bring. And then the weather changes everything. Let News 3 Now First Warn Weather prepare you for what's coming. First, fast, and accurately, so you can plan your life.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
To save big because Steinhoffel's President's Day sale has been extended. Take 35% off store-wide, plus get an extra $100 off and great deals like any size Sealy mattress, $99. This leather reclining sofa, only $7.99. 5-piece dining set, $7.49. A queen bed, just $8.99. Steinhoffel's has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices. So hurry in and save big, only at Steinhoffel's and steinhoffels.com.
It's that time of year again. How can we help? Could you haul this away for me? Oh, it's gone. There was stuff here. Amazing.
When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
News 3 Now this morning continues to highlight area businesses in the 608 for Winter Restaurant Week. Thursday morning, an inside look at one of the area's newest restaurants serving up American comfort food with regional touches. We'll see you from 4:30 to 7.
Our communities of color have been hospitalized and dying at much higher rates than any other community.
Are these vulnerable groups being treated equitably in the distribution of COVID vaccines? News 3 Now calls on local health officials for answers Thursday at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
And let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. A lot of melting going on out there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. There is. Not necessarily right now, but I get your point. Yeah, their milk production in the state of Wisconsin for the month of January went up about 3%. What I was interested to see is the number of cows that have gone up as far as our total herd count. In the state, we produced 2.66 billion pounds of milk in January, and we did it with 2,000 more milk cows on the line. Total herd population about 1.26 million head, and that was up from December and up from January compared to a year ago. Every one of the girls that's out there doing the work producing about 60 pounds of milk more this year than she did last. Talking about this weather and our dairy industry, if you're looking for a new experience this summer, you might want to keep your eyes out for a new Cedar Crest ice cream flavor. They worked in conjunction with the Wisconsin 4-H Foundation and 4-H clubs all across the state. The grand prize winner came from Green Lake County by Marquesan Country Clover 4-H Club. The winning flavor, Tractor Tracks, which you're going to see a lot more of coming up in the next couple of weeks. But this flavor blend puts together chocolate ice cream, peanut butter cups, and a marshmallow swirl. Tractor Tracks. That is the kind of Tractor Tracks we can all enjoy. Barrel cheese today in Chicago was unchanged at $138 1/4. 40-pound block cheese up 2 at $159. The double A butter today down 2 1/4 at $146 1/2. And I'm pleased to report that U.S. Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack has again been given the thumbs up by both the House and the Senate, so he'll go back to an office that he was very familiar with as he served as U.S. Ag Secretary under the full term of under President Obama for 8 years. So Tom Vilsack back in the big chair.
Welcome back. And when does that ice cream come out?
They should come out by this spring, and then they may feature it and make it a part of their regular menu. Tractor Tracks.
I have to try that. Sounds good.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Pam, thank you. Have a great day. Yep. Here's Chris now with a look at your forecast.
We're talking 3 things you need to know. One is that temperatures are staying above freezing for those afternoon highs, really through a whole chunk of this forecast. So we're staying warm, we're staying mainly dry all the way through Friday, but then we are still watching at least a chance to see some snow overnight Friday and into Saturday. But let's talk about those temperatures out there right now. 37 degrees. The cloud cover has moved in, and that really helps label or steady off our temperatures from earlier on this morning. Our wind chill has even dropped into the upper 20s at this point. We're still at 39 in Janesville. They've been there all morning. 40 for our friends in Monroe. Lone Rock also at 40. Boscobel coming in at 42. But as long as we have this cloud cover around, especially with these winds coming out of the north, temperatures do not have the opportunity to move all that much. So we look ahead throughout your afternoon, temperatures really stay put. We warm up to about 38, maybe 39. Otherwise, temperatures are fairly consistent until we get you towards tonight. That's when temperatures have the opportunity to drop underneath some clearing skies. Speaking of clear skies, Doppler track is fairly clean in terms of a sweep right now. There might be some flurries right around the cross after this weak system move on throughout the overnight hours and early this morning. But now that's on out of here, and things are cooler across parts of the Midwest. I always say what you see to our west, that's a good indicator of what we can expect as we move into tomorrow. So we enjoyed our warmth yesterday, but here's a reminder that it is still February after all. So temperatures, they drop tonight. We're going to go all the way down into the mid-teens for your overnight lows. Some cloud cover will be around when you wake up tomorrow morning. I can't rule out the possibility of a flurry. I expect most folks are going to be dry as we move into tomorrow morning. This is 9 o'clock. Temperatures rebound into the 20s. I expect highs to be into the low and mid 30s tomorrow afternoon, and those clouds that stuck around all day, they should clear out as we begin to move into the afternoon tomorrow. But by Friday, guess what's back? It's cloud cover. Winds are coming out of the south, though, and whenever you see those winds out of the south, especially this time of the year, that's a good indicator that moisture is going to be on the way, and that leads us to the system that we're watching for Friday night and into Saturday. Right now, still looks like the timing is on par, but I will tell you the models went from trending warm with the mix and rain to now colder, and they're showing more snow associated with this again. It's also showing a possibility of something coming in Saturday night into early Sunday. So like I said, we're still 2 to 3 days away. You're still likely to see changes that are going to be possible. But if you have plans this weekend that might be outdoors, you might want to start thinking about a game plan for a backup as we move towards this. It's looking a little bit more likely that some way, shape, or form your weekend is going to be impacted by the storm system. But we'll let you know how that trends. It does look fairly weak. Saturday afternoon still looks to warm up to about 40 degrees. We're watching that chance into Sunday. Monday's the coldest day of the forecast with a high around 30. And then we keep those temperatures seasonable, but still milder than average as we go through that extended forecast.
We like that.
Yes, we do. A lot of folks do.
All right, Chris, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you knew something was really good, you'd probably tell your friends. So with us being friends, that's exactly what I'm doing today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Stoughton Health reminds you to protect yourself from COVID-19. Clean your hands often, disinfect frequently touched surfaces, avoid close contact, especially with the sick. And if you're sick, stay home unless seeking medical care, and wear a mask. From Stoughton Health, protect yourself and others.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford, plus a $2,000 money-back guarantee. To see how much you could save, call 1-800-949-9757. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a $2,000 money-back guarantee. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-949-9757.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Is knee pain disrupting your active lifestyle? Stoughton Health and the Ortho Team Clinic now offer the Conformist Total Knee.
It's designed to fit the shape and contours of your knee, allowing for an easier recovery.
Stoughton Health. Get back to your active lifestyle.
One thing that we take very seriously here in the Test Kitchen is the comments and reviews that you share with us. So thank you, and keep them coming. When we see a recipe that has reviews like, "This recipe's a winner," and "It's fantastic," we take pride in that and want to make sure as many of you get to try that recipe as possible. To make a recent crowd favorite, we start by browning a pound or so of Italian sausage, along with some chopped onion and green pepper. As for the sausage, that can be as mild or as spicy as you like. Once that's doing its thing, we combine a can of diced tomatoes with some sour cream, a good amount of water, a little sugar, and to give it some oomph, some chili powder and a bit of salt. Now we add this to our cooked sausage along with some thin, uncooked egg noodles. Adding these uncooked is a real time saver. Now we give it a stir, cover it, and let it simmer until the noodles are tender. Once they are, bring the whole pan right to the table, dish up a salad, and dinner is done. Let me tell you, this will be perfect on those busy weeknights when you're stumped as to what to serve. The recipe for our all-in-one sausage dinner is waiting for you on our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a tasty, stress-free way for you to say, "Ooh, it's so good."
All right, Howard, thank you. A veterinary hospital in Oklahoma is calling this six-legged puppy a miracle. Her name is Skipper, and she has 2 pelvic areas, urinary tracts, reproductive organs, and tails. She's just a few days old, but Neal Veterinary Hospital says on Facebook that it's highly unusual for a puppy like her to survive this long. The hospital says Skipper's condition is a result of a fertilized egg trying to split, but not fully separating. Best of luck to Skipper, our little miracle puppy. All right, Chris, kind of sloppy out there for a dog walk.
Yeah, just a little bit, especially on those sidewalks where stuff is melting all around it and it hasn't evaporated yet. But temperatures, they stay in the 30s today. We're going to keep the cloud cover around for a couple more hours. Then we'll try to clear things out in time for the evening. A beautiful day tomorrow, 34 after clouds in the morning. And then we see that sunshine later. Same thing for Friday, but we're going to watch Friday night into Saturday, a little colder next week.
Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.